everybody, welcome back to my channel, Life with Patty. And so today I'm coming to you with a questionnaire that Dawn with Sensible Living with Money Mom originally did. And it was the 9 things I don't regret spending money on. And then also Ellen from Ellen's Abundant Life also did the same collab, I guess is what you want to say, the same questionnaire. And you know, I got to thinking about that, and then the other half of it is that they will do one on the 9 things that they regret spending money on. So I have to think about that one. But anyways, this one came quite easy for me, and I just thought I would share it with all of you. So it's going to be the 9 things I don't regret spending money on. Okay, so the number 1 thing I don't regret spending money on is my car. I love my car. It's only 4 years old. I bought it brand new. It had 16 miles on it. And I named my cars, and I named her Charlotte. But this is the best thing that I love about my car, is that she's reliable and dependable. So I travel back and forth to work, only 10 miles one way back. But then when I do big grocery shoppings or different kinds of shoppings, I have to go to Yuba City or Chico or whatever. And that's at least 30 miles one way. And so it's very important for me to have a reliable, dependable car. I've gone many a times with a car that's breaking down. Oh, look at my hair's all coming. That's breaking down, or there's things wrong with it all the time. And you end up spending, I believe, more in nickel and diming taking it into the shop to be fixed than it's worth. So I have a year and a little less than a year and a half left to pay on my car, and then she is paid off, and I hope that she will be dependable and reliable for another 5 years, and I can just take and suck that money into a savings account so that the next time I need to buy a car, I again will buy a brand new car, and I will have a huge down payment or the whole payment. If I continue to make the same kind of payments that I was making now every month into a savings account and do that for 5 years and not have to pay interest, because on your cars, your first 2 or 3 years, you're basically paying interest. So I almost have this one paid off, and then going to pretend that I'm still having a car payment and make that payment to my savings account. So my car is my number 1 first thing that I do not regret spending money on. The second thing I don't regret spending money on is a good pair of shoes. Because as you know, I work in a pharmacy as a cashier at the front desk, and I am basically on my feet all day long. I mean, we do sit down for breaks, or if it's slow, or if I have ordering to do, paperwork or that, I can sit down at the little chair and desk right there. But for the most part, I'm on my feet all day long. So if I don't have a good pair of shoes, by the end of the day, my feet are burning, my knees are killing me, everything. So I do not regret when I go in and spend money on a good pair of shoes, because I need them for work. Number 3, something I don't regret spending money on is a good mattress for our bed. Because if you all know, if you have a bad mattress, it's miserable. And I have problems with my back anyway, and so I need a firm mattress. I know my son and daughter-in-law, when they come stay, they stay in there, and we move to the other room, and they say how hard my bed is. They don't like it, but I love it. I love a hard mattress, because when my back is sore, if I just lay on it, it feels so good. So I don't regret spending the extra money on a good mattress. Okay. Number 4, I don't regret spending good money on a vacuum cleaner, because I live out in the country. I have 2 cats and a dog. I have a husband who trails in his boots sometimes. And living out in the country, we go outside with our slippers or our shoes on, come in. The first part of the house is linoleum, but if you go to the bedrooms or the living room, it's carpet. And so I have to vacuum almost every single day. And if you don't have a good, reliable vacuum cleaner, it just can't take the heat out here. You know what I'm saying? So I do not regret my vacuum cleaner. Number 5 that I don't regret spending money on is my phone and my iPad. I use them every single day. I use my phone to do all my videos for YouTube. Of course, your phone is your phone. I don't have a house phone anymore. I use it all the time. I use it every single day, and I think it's imperative that we have a phone now. I know we didn't have them 10 years ago or 20 years ago, and we may do, but you know, it is much safer if we're on the road and our car breaks down, that we have a phone. I love the fact that I have, like MapQuest on my phone. I'm not good about venturing out of my comfort zones of where I like to drive. However, with MapQuest GPS, if I get lost, it's very, very helpful. So, my phone. My iPad, I do a lot of my YouTube on my iPad. I do a lot of my Facebook on my iPad. I do Instagram on my phone and my iPad. I do Pinterest galore on my iPad. I have a laptop. I hardly ever use it. I do want to start learning to use it simply for YouTube, but I hardly ever break out my laptop because I can do everything just about on my iPad. And I even play games when I get bored on there. I have puzzle games and that kind of stuff that keeps the mind active. And so I don't regret what I spent on my phone or my iPad. Number 6, I don't regret spending money on my adult color books and my pens and pencils to color with, because it is something I do every single day. I love to color. It's relaxing to me. It's not really that big of an expense. I know I go to the little bit of an extreme because I buy a lot of color books, but it is something that I do every single day. And my husband likes me to do it because I can do it in the living room at the dining room table, and so we can kind of be together. But a lot of my crafts I got to go into the craft room, and so then he feels like I've worked all day, or he's been out all day working, and then in the evenings our time together, and if I go into the craft room then we really don't see each other. But if I color, I can stay in the living room and we can talk and I can color, and it doesn't need a lot of concentration. So I don't regret spending my money on my color books. Number 7, what I don't regret spending money on is printing pictures and photo albums, because so many people nowadays, they don't print out pictures anymore. They just have them in their iCloud or on their phone, and they never print them out. I print them out all the time, and I have made up photo albums for each one of my grandkids. I just started my grandbaby Eleanor. She's 3 weeks old. I just started her first photo album, and I put their names on it. I put it on the shelf in the living room. When the kids come, they like to pull their own photo album out and look at all their pictures from the times they were babies till their age now. They love doing that, and I don't regret it one bit. And when I pass away, they can each have their own photo albums. So that is definitely something I do not regret. Number 8, what I don't regret spending money on is my washer and dryer, because let me tell you, I can't even imagine having to go in town to do my laundry at the laundromat. I mean, I know a lot of people do it. I've been there and done that before, but if I have the option to have a washer and a dryer at home, boy, am I glad that I do, because I can't imagine having to haul my laundry into town to wash it. And yeah, so I definitely do not regret that. And the last thing I do not regret spending money on is our big flat screen TV, because it is one of our main sources of entertainment. We use it every day. We watch TV every day, whether it be the news every single morning or when we get home in the evening. I like to watch movies. Sometimes it actually just becomes a background, but I do enjoy my TV. And we only have one TV in the house. We don't have them in every single room. We only have one in the living room. We don't have one in our bedroom. We don't have one in the extra room, nothing, just the one. So if it goes out, boom, we're going to ride over to Walmart or Target or Sam's Club, and we're getting another one because it is something that we do use every single day. So those are the 9 things that I do not regret spending money on. If anybody would like to join in on this and do a video on it, that would be awesome. And if you don't want to do a video on it and you just want to comment below, comment on some of the things that you don't regret spending money on. You don't have to list 9 if you don't want to, but list something that you definitely don't regret spending money on. Okay, you guys, you have a great day, and I will talk to you again tomorrow.